Y'all, I did a thing. I washed my hair. Yes! And I did it. Ooh! And look at these pandemic inches, honey. Get into them. But I do need to get a cut because I have two small children. So it just ends up in a bun. It's never done. Hi, welcome back to Good Job Mom. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click that subscribe button, like this video, comment on it, share it with some friends. Just get into this channel, honey. Today, I'm gonna talk to you about friendships. It can be really hard as a mom to just kind of find your people. I have an amazing core group of friends. I have known all of them for about 10, 15, 20 plus years. Yes, I'm so serious. One of the things that my sister always says to me is like, wow, you're able to make friends and kind of keep them your entire life. And I'm like, yes, honey, like that's what I do. Because once you're in, you're in. And once I trust you, like it's a wrap. We're friends forever. The thing about that is, though, is that when I became a wife and a mom and a stay-at-home mom, some of my friends, they were not, at that stage in their life. And so even though I still have my friends that I hung out with and I kicked it with and, we always had a good time, I was still yearning and dying for some fellow mommy friendships. Finding friends in general is difficult, but y'all mamas, finding a mom that we get each other. When I first became a stay-at-home mom, I was in a very vulnerable just moment in my life because I came out of the workforce. Not only did I become a mom, which is a huge transition in and of itself, but I also stopped working and worked as a mom. I worked in the home. I battled for a really long time with finding worth, with finding value in myself with what I was doing. I really needed a group of friends that I could count on for support. Again, I had my friends, I had my core friends, but I wanted and needed some mommy friends, specifically some stay-at-home mommy friends. I did have a couple girlfriends that had kids, but they also worked or they lived super far from me. So I was really on the search. I was really on the hunt for some stay-at-home moms who I could maybe call during the day or go out to eat, go get some coffee with, who lived pretty close to me. And, I was able to find a couple and they were there for me through that season of life. Sometimes friendships kind of dwindle. Sometimes they're just there for a season, and that's okay because it helps you get through what you need to get through. Fast forward, now I live in Maryland and I am having to get to know new people, make new friendships. And as I did that, as I moved to a whole new place, I also had another baby. This time it's a little different because even though I'm here and I don't really know people, well, I do now, but when I first moved here, I didn't really know people. It's important to have that community. Now, coming to a new place, or let's say you haven't moved, but you became a mom, or you're just trying to find some new friends in general. In that new phase, it's like a little dating friendship type of thing happening. You're interviewing them, and you're like, is she crazy? How crazy is she? Is she gonna get my crazy? Because I'm a little crazy. Is she easily offended? Or is she cool and rolls with the punches? Who is she? What are their boundaries? Can I keep it real? How real can I keep it? Because, people like to be told that, keep it real with me, and then you keep it real, and then they're like, oh, no, that was too real. Then you're like, wait a second, do they respect my boundaries? Or am I gonna have to keep drawing lines in the sand so that they know what's up? Do our values align? Are they gonna respect, my marriage, the time I spend with my kids, or are they not going to respect it? Am I going to respect their values? Or am I going to respect, know, how they take care of, you know, whatever they take care of. Because yes, you can be out here being friends with anybody and it's like, oh, whatever you do in your home is what you do in your home. Listen, that goes to a certain extent. I can't go to you for advice or as a sounding board if our values don't align. Like, obviously we have different opinions, but the values got to be there. Can I confide in you? I'm very cautious. So can I trust you? Can you trust me? That takes some time. And I know maybe you're like, girl, it's not that deep. Like, just make some friends, like whatever. But as far as who I am, it's very hard for me to have surface conversations. We're either gonna connect and we're gonna talk about it. You know, we're gonna talk about it all or most of it, because I'm not saying I need to know all of your business, but we're really gonna connect and we're not just gonna be like, hey, how are you, girl? Oh, I'm okay. And everything is falling apart. We need to have some authentic relationships happening, some authentic friendships happening. Yes, feel good friends for sure, but can I count on you? Can you count on me? And that's why friendships can be hard, especially as moms, because not only are we navigating like getting to know each other, but we're also everything to these little people that we're taking care of. Sometimes we don't even have the energy to give out to the people that we're friends with. It's just so important to find someone who gets that. With all of that said, I think it's really important to love people where they're at. I think it's important to set boundaries. I think it's important to give grace within our friendships. Not to the point that where they take advantage of you or you're taking advantage of them. Just that understanding that needs to happen. Something that I do all the time, and I have suggested this to other friends, is, hey, set different expectations for different friends. Everybody can't give you everything you need. And that's what's great about having a few solid friends or a bunch of friends. Some people can only meet you where they can meet you, but that doesn't make them a bad friend. And that's where the grace that I spoke of comes in to play. Like, we're moms. We're tired. Speaking of. You know what time it is.
Yes.
I think at the end of the day, you just have to accept where people are at, or don't accept it and then keep it moving. It's okay to need attention. It's okay to need some extra love. It's okay to need some space. It's okay to, you know, share what you like with some friends, and it's okay to keep some things private. And it's okay to trust people. And I'm talking to myself. It's okay.
Slowly.
It's okay to open up, and it's okay to take your time if that's what you need. It's important for us to protect our energy as mothers, because one of our number one jobs is to make sure that we are raising these little humans to be healthy and proud of who they are, emotionally healthy, physically healthy. And if we as moms need our group of friends to lean on, then we lean on them. And if we need some time to just chill, just chill. And when people need you to show up, it's important to show up. Now listen, sometimes I'm a hot mess friend. Sometimes I'm like, no, don't have the energy for any of this. No. Sometimes I'm a hot mess friend because I just want to text and I don't want to talk on the phone. Sometimes I'm a hot mess friend because I don't even want to text. I just want to be left alone, and I just want to like snuggle into a ball by myself and just try to escape the madness that surrounds me day to day. Sometimes I don't like to be vulnerable. Sometimes I'm like, you know what, girl, I'm going through, but I don't want to tell you anything about it because, you know, I'm not in the mood. And sometimes I'm late. A lot of times I might be late. And then I might get mad at you because you're late. And that makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. But like, hello, sometimes I'm a hot mess friend. Sometimes I'm a hot mess friend because I keep it real, too real, and my friends don't like it. And it's like, girl, these are my boundaries. Why do you keep crossing them? And I'm like, dang, I just want to be honest. But you know, sometimes I'm a hot mess friend because like I'm not reading the room. Do any of these sound familiar to you? Like maybe you connect with any of these things. Maybe you're a hot mess friend sometimes. But I really truly believe that I'm also a good friend. And I believe that you're a good friend to those around you. And if you're not, then girl, step your game up. But I'm a good friend in the sense that I don't necessarily buy birthday presents. I know, I don't. I feel bad sometimes, but like, I don't buy birthday presents, but I'll send you some money for coffee here and there. Or like if we go out to eat, like I'll buy you a drink. Or if you want me to, you know, help you look up your man online or something, like put on the detective hat. I'm a great detective. You know what I'm saying? I got you, girl. I got you. I keep secrets. I'm great at keeping secrets, and I don't talk about you behind your back. I'm a great friend because I'm going to listen to you, and I'm going to be there for you to cry on my shoulder or cry through text message, you know, while you're texting me. And I'm going to pray for you through it, and I'm not going to judge you through it, and I'm going to hold you accountable through it. Maybe sometimes it's hard to find people who we can be friends with, who we can just make those connections with. But if people are showing up for you like that, that's amazing. And if you are showing up for people in that way, that's amazing. I think it's important to be intentional. It's important to be intentional with when we respond to people, how we respond to people. I think it's important to be intentional of texting people and saying, hey, I want to check on you. How are you feeling? How are you doing? I think it's important to be intentional with showing grace and forgiveness. I think it's important to be intentional with opening up and trusting. You have to be intentional with building friendships, no matter what stage in life we're in. You know, whether we have small children or we have children that are almost out of the house or completely out of the house, but we have to be intentional. You can be intentional by inviting people over. It's coronavirus, so maybe that's a bad idea. Y'all better be social distancing. You could text people, you could Zoom with people. We got to be intentional about this. We need each other. Don't judge one another. You know, accept each other for who we are. Sometimes we're gonna be hot mess friends. We have to accept each other, but also be working at becoming the type of friend that we need to the people around us. Because we can't expect for people to be the friend we need if we are not that type of friend to them. I want to end this by saying sometimes we have this idea of what our friends should look like. And I don't mean like physically, but I mean emotionally, personality wise, we have this idea. And although those things are super important because you want to click with people, I think God sends us people sometimes who are consistently trying to connect with us, but because they don't fit this idea of a friendship that we're trying to have, or the idea of a friend that we're trying to have a friendship with, we kind of push those people away. And I think it's important to take notice of that and realize that like, hey, this could be a really, really good friend. This could be a friendship that could be a long lasting one, and a friendship that really like fills my cup. And vice versa, it could, you know, overflow in both ways in a really positive way. Look around you, because there might just be some women around you who are trying so hard to connect with you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please make sure to click that subscribe button. And also, if you have any suggestions of what you'd like me to talk about, definitely drop it in the comments or send me a message. Follow me on Instagram, goodjobmom_. Like me on Facebook, goodjobmom. Yes!